It's about that time. We decided we were going to do something a little bit different today, add some different elements to what we already do. It's going down, man. Trying to figure out ways to break the algorithm, man. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all our channels, all our different platforms. Boss Talk 101, Boss Talk 101 Primetime. It's crazy. We got to get it done, though. Boss Talk 101, what the boss is talking.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Rise and grind, grand rising. All of the cliche early morning statements that we make to one another, wishing us well in the start of our day. How's everyone doing? Y'all already know with me. I am blessed. I am not stressed. I am here. I am 6 feet up and not 6 feet under, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. So I am elated about being here to talk to you this morning and to kick this day off in a very, very productive way. Welcome to the show, welcome to the program, welcome to the live, wherever you're chiming in from, wherever you're tuning in from, wherever you're locked in from. SBM Money Train, welcome to the party, welcome to the show. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Give me a little insight on where you're coming from, whether it be the UK, Uruguay, Tulum, Mexico, Cozumel, Texas, Mississippi. Let us know where you're chiming in from, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you. Thank you for being a part of the show, without question. Today, as a matter of fact, it is the 8th. I do believe JB is in the air, but I'm going to send him the link anyway, because JB is heading to Miami. They'll be performing down in Miami this weekend. Big shout out to my brother Jarrell Braswell. Making some major moves, doing some major things. Today we're going to talk about broadcasting, media broadcasting. We're going to talk about the importance of media broadcasting and the dissemination of information, what roles it plays, and why we should truly take advantage of the opportunities that we have to disseminate our information. But how we disseminate that information is what we're going to really be talking about. What media platforms do we have that we can righteously and rightfully say are our own? and that we can utilize to get our messaging out, to get our word out, to get what we're talking about out to the masses. So let's get into it today, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Welcome to the show. Let's see here. Okay, let me get this to JB. Right quick. Y'all don't mind me. Don't mind me. Please continue doing what you were doing. If you were just watching and looking, continue to watch and look. Ooh, thank you for the reminder. I like those little reminders. Okay, I got that out to my brother JB. If he is not in the airport or in the air right now, he'll chime in with us. He'll lock in with us. Look like my system timed out. Delivery timed out. Let's see if I can get the retry button and see what it does. See if it gives me a little output. Okay. I'm checking all of my systems to make sure that you guys. Oh, let me turn the volume down on that, or it's just going to blast out through the radio. I want you guys to, not the radio, through the computer speaker, and I don't want that to happen. Okay, let me check. See what's going on. Good morning to everyone. Yes. All right. Looks like we're hitting on all cylinders. And if you didn't know, we stream multicast across all major platforms. We're talking about Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, Kick. Make sure y'all come kick it with me. Soon to be on Fanbase. Although we have our Fanbase, it's just a matter of connecting those API keys and allowing us to stream over the Fanbase platform as well, along with going to jimsitpublishing.com and hitting the live feed, and you'll see us there as well. Like I say all the time, we utilize the streaming platforms as our base to broadcast our message. Hell, it's free. Why not? But our directive is to ensure that you go to our landing pages. You are locked in with us on our sites. Just makes sense, right? Because I don't want you functioning on IG and Facebook and all these others. I want you on our sites, looking at our artists, talking about what we have going on. And the only way that I can do that is to disseminate the information to you through our broadcast channels and networks, and direct our audience to tap in with us every day. I can't miss a day on the messaging, and I can't send you the same message every day. I've got to sit there and enlighten you with a bunch of different, or an assortment of opportunities that are presented to not only me, but to the people that I do business with, and push it out to the public. That's my job, or one of my jobs, or part of my job, because I enjoy talking about the people that I do business with. It's a joy to know that, hell, I've gotten to a point where I've reached a ripe old age of old as a motherfucker. And I'm content and comfortable in what it is that I do. Both my kids are playing professional sports, and so they're happy, they're content, they're good. My wife and I have been married for over 27 years, so guess what? I have opportunities and time to do what the fuck I want to do. It's just that simple. So what do I choose to do? I choose to take my time, resources, and knowledge base to assist anyone who wants to believe in what it is that I'm putting down. I don't give a damn if you know or if you believe I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you that I know what I'm talking about because of the years of experience that I've actually put into place with doing what it is that I do. Now, we're not talking about what I was doing with the Department of Defense or the Department of the Navy as a computer specialist in the tech. No, an intelligence gathering. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about knowing how to do things the right way in the industry to protect yourself. That's what we do. So today, we're talking about media. Yes. What defines broadcast media? It's bigger than just going live. It's way bigger than just going live. Yeah. This morning, I want to talk to you about something we hear every day. You might hear it, you might not, but if you're not paying attention to it, it's there. Broadcast media. Everybody with a camera, a microphone, podcast, live stream, or social media page can distribute content now. But does that actually make you a broadcaster? See, that's the conversation. Yeah. Broadcast media has traditionally meant distributing audio or video programming to a broad audience through television and radio. Remember the old days. Today, that landscape also includes digital streaming, fast channels, connected television, internet radio, podcasts, live streams, and other forms of program media distribution. But the technology isn't what truly defines a broadcaster. Let me say that again. Technology isn't what defines a broadcaster. It's the responsibility behind the platform. Can you inform, educate, entertain, and serve an audience? Can you do this? Are you doing this? You have to ask yourself those questions. Can people trust what you are putting out on the air? Can you maintain standards? See, those are some difficult caveats to bite off into. If you're calling yourself a broadcast network, can you build a schedule instead of randomly going live whenever you feel like it? Yeah, I'm just going to go live. I'm going to press the button. No, can you set a standard and stay consistent so that people know at 7 in the morning, guess what? Primetime Rise and Grind is going to be in your face and in your place. At 10 a.m. Central Standard, Inside Speaks is going to be at your doorstep. At 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, Industry Talk is going to be in your space. Every day and in every way, giving you what? Information. Working to educate, entertain, and serve an audience. Anybody can press the go live button. Anybody. Hell, a kid, a monkey, can press the go live button. Building an actual media platform requires something totally different, my friends. Programming, production, distribution, consistency, credibility, audience, and responsibility. It is your responsibility at that point to disseminate media and information and not bullshit, not empty rhetoric or hyperbole. So this morning we're asking what really defines broadcast media in today's digital world. Let's rise. Let's grind, people. And let's talk about it. How about that? Let's really talk about it. Yes. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the show. Everyone that is locked in, tuned in, paying attention, listening, I thank you. Yes, indeed. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, look, let me know. I am not one, and you guys should know me, everyone that tunes in and locks in with me on a regular, consistent basis. I don't like sitting here talking to myself. I do this because I have to be responsible, able, capable, and consistent, right? To be here in your face giving you information, whether I'm talking with someone or not. It is my responsibility. At this point, I've put myself into that position. And I will be the standard bearer when it comes to what it is that I do, because it's my shit. But we have a cohort and a collective of individuals who have said, you know what, G? Man, you guys are rocking and rolling, and I want to be a part of that. And speaking of being a part of, before I really get too deep off into it, if you have not tapped into Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime, I don't know what you are waiting for. But big shout out to my brother, CEO and the official Miss Jermaine.
It's about that time we decided we were going to do something a little bit different today, add some different elements to what we already do. It's going down, man. Trying to figure out ways to break the algorithm, man. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to all our channels, all our different platforms. Boss Talk 101, Boss Talk 101 Prime Time. It's crazy. We got to get it done, though. Boss Talk 101, where the boss is talk.
Where the boss is talk, baby. Look here. And for all of you rapscallions out there that think you can cook, you see that there? You see that there? Yeah. Tisha's House Blend Seasonal. That's right. That's right. Yeah. It's brand new. Brand new. It's not brand new to me, but it's brand new in terms of, I don't open these. These are displays. I have cases of these things, you see, that I send out. And these are promotional. These are promotional. I do not sell these. We have gifts, we do giveaways, and I give these away. I send these out just like a Mind Elevation shirts. I make sure I give them away because I want people to know about people that we do business with, right? Any type of promotional stuff that we have, we'll do a competition, we'll have Q&A, and if you win, guess what? I'll send some of this stuff out to you, from our books to, our books are on our website, of course. And make sure that you tap in with Frederick Ross, The Untold Autobiography. Of course, Tiffany Gaines, The Blueprint of How to Do Business. We have a bunch of stuff out on our website, so make sure y'all tap into it. But I'm saying that because I want you to know that the competition is still on. The competition is still on. If you are a cook, if you know what you're doing in the kitchen, your siblings, who's got the goods? I want to know. I want to know. So I prepared something for all of you that are out there that are actually, interested in Tisha's House Blend season. And you can sit there and throw it out in the kitchen. Now, this is an example of me doing what I do, making a little bit of red beans and rice. So who got the goods, baby? Excuse me, and big shout out to Tisha Lee with HL Raymond Properties for being one of our platinum sponsors. And getting us all of those bottles of seasoning to have on display and to present to the world. Yes, indeed. Big shout out to Tisha Lee. Today's conversation on Industry Talk is being brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Tisha's Signature House Blend Season All. When you're preparing yourself something to eat, be sure to season your meats with Tisha's Signature House Blend Season All. Yes, indeed. And if you have not subscribed, man, to Boss Talk Podcast 101, I don't know what you're waiting for. And make sure that you subscribe to, of course, all of the individuals that we talk about on our program every day. Tap in with my good man, comedian Jarrell Braswell. Go lock in on his YouTube page and all of his social media. Inside Speaks with Jonathan Shaw. Hit his YouTube page, subscribe, lock in, hit the bell notification. As well as Keith Wallace 305. Make sure you lock in with Keith and everything that he's doing. And make sure you lock in to get him to your city. Make sure you tap in with these folks. Terry Cherry on her social media, EXO Music, Azo Capone, Dearmore, Carolina, Trulia Monroe, Getty Blue, Passport Scoop, True Media Boxing, of course, our good man, Coach Malachi, Ja Blaze, of course, Ja's out of Texas with the official podcast for Real Records and the Cloud Chronicles. Hey, man, it's just awesome in terms of the cohorts and the collaborations that have been coming down the pipeline and hitting us with just some awesome content and awesome information. So make sure you subscribe to everyone's network and everyone's outlet, broadcast affiliated outlets. We're going to get a little bit more to it here in just a second. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Let's keep something in mind. Yeah, let's talk about something right quick. Broadcasting is more than owning cameras and microphones. Yeah. It's a little bit more to it than that. It's a lot more to it than that. Going live doesn't automatically make something a broadcast network. Traditional broadcast media centered on radio and television, right? That's the traditional platforms. Digital technology has expanded the definition, right? So we have to open up the doors to what broadcast media and the responsibility of broadcast media is. And we've talked about that. So we have a lot of different platforms that are out here that don't really take the responsibility. And it's not everyone's responsibility to be broadcast media or broadcast media outlets. Some people just use these platforms for entertainment and to have fun and to be sociable, which was the original concept, precept, thoughts, or, a way to assist one another in homework in college, or chat groups, think tanks. And then it expanded into a global social media construct. But advertisement has been infused to whereas different organizations can pay to play, so to speak, to drop commercials or sound bites or images into your digital construct so that you see it. So they figured out a direct marketing scheme to the consumer. But you have to hit that Uno reverse on their ass. And you have to sit there and use these outlets as your broadcast channels. To do what? Push what it is that you sell. Now, if you don't sit there, if you don't have a business, if you're just a kid out there having a good time, cool. But eventually you'll get to a point to where you're like, wait a minute. These things have the power to make or break my career if I don't use it correctly. What do I mean by that? Well, if you do some idiotic shit and it's caught on social media, well, that can make or break you. Either it's going to sit there and embarrass you to the point to where you don't want to be seen, you want to shut down social media, you don't want to engage, or it's going to sit there and catapult you to the point to where it's, hey man, you're the biggest buffoon on the internet, but at the same time, you're funny as hell. So hey, we accept you. Hand claps and kudos. Okay. Don't get caught up into that side of it. That's people wanting to go viral and looking for the clout or chasing some type of fame for some reason. But when we're talking about the business line of it, when we're talking about what you're pushing out, if you're a business, if you're a McDonald's or Burger King or Whataburger or whatever the case may be, and you pushing your information out across broadcast channels, right? You want your business to look pristine. You want your business and your branding and your look to go out the way that it's supposed to go out. It's not supposed to be some clown show. No. Now, I will say this. Popeyes just did a commercial, or they had a little kid who did a commercial. I guess he was an employee there. And, you know, they're going back and forth with Chick-fil-A. I'm not saying Chick-fil-A is going to respond to them, but you see the information that's out there. Now, it could have gone two different ways. Popeyes could have said, whoa, 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 whoa. No, we don't want that nonsense out there representing our business. And that could have shut that kid's whole little attempt to be funny doing a music video, booyah, for Popeyes. You see, it could have gone south. But they accepted it. And it went viral. So, who wins? Popeyes definitely wins because they're getting free advertisement. Free advertisement. They did no production, no cost, nothing. They didn't have to put anything into it. They might have put a little bit into it, but they didn't put into it what they could have put into it. I don't even believe that they paid the young man for the intellectual property. But that's neither here nor there. He actually went viral, and he's getting notoriety because of the song. So, you know, scratch my back, I scratch yours, but I would have gone about it a different way because you could have maximized the situation, but it worked for both parties. It could have went south, but it didn't. It worked out because of this generation, them being geniuses in their own right, you know, intuitive, insightful, and know the working order of how this social media content thing works. So, yeah, sometimes the buffoonery works, sometimes it doesn't. Streaming has removed many geographic boundaries. Yeah, you can be everywhere and anywhere at the press of a button. You can. You can. A broadcaster creates programming for an audience, not just content for themselves. Now, that's the broadcast side of it. What we do pay attention to, really, on the individual side of it, is that people are creating content for themselves. But it's turned a little bit because now people are out here creating content for the audience as though they're trying to appeal to an audience. It's not self-centered anymore. See, as an artist, as a talent, you're not making music or creating in your artistic space for an audience, or at least you shouldn't. And this is my opinion. Tell me if I'm wrong. But as an artist, when you're working in the lab, you're not building something to appeal to the masses. You're creating art. You're creating something internal. You're creating something that you're expressing from you. Just so happens The world has an opportunity to pay attention to it. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. That's not the concern, or it shouldn't be the concern. Artists that are focused on that, I wonder if the people are going to like this. Well, guess what? You're going to fail every time trying to appeal or appease people. As an artist, you work on your craft. You work on um, um, doing what it is that you feel is right for you within the work or the construct of your artistry. If you work it a different way and you're trying to appeal to the masses, nah, it's not going to work. I'm not saying it can't be done, but you're not going to sit there and satisfy the people trying to give them a hit. No, you've got to do that music thing or that art thing or that creative thing that God has blessed you with, and whatever comes out, hey man, that's what it is. That's what it is. But sometimes we get caught up because we want to make the world feel good. Yeah, well, that's not the way you approach your artistry. Or I wouldn't. Let me just say that, because I can't tell people what to do or how to do. I can only express what I know over 55 plus years of living that I've experienced in terms of, hey man, how do you get it right? You got to be true to yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You got to be self-motivated and know, hey man, this is what I want. And whether it goes out to the world or not, it satisfies me. You should have a catalog. I'm talking about a vault of music. Enough music to where, hey man, if I want to push something out to the world, I can. If I want to push out 3 records in a year, I can. Or in a month, I can. Or, yeah. You position yourself to be able to do that. Consistency matters. Scheduling matters. Production quality matters. Editorial responsibility matters. Audience trust, it matters. Distribution matters. Brand identity matters. Broadcast media can inform, educate, entertain, and influence culture. Owning distribution gives creators greater control over their messaging. And see, that's what you want. You don't want others to have control of your messaging. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to push it out the way that you want it to be pushed out. And everyone's not going to give you the word for word, minute for minute, say exactly what it is that you want said. So there becomes, and there lies the confusion. Because if it's your messaging and you're putting it on someone else's back to be responsible to push your messaging, then your message isn't going to get out correctly. I'm sorry. So our morning motivation, because hey man, we're here for a short time, not a long time. We're here for a good time, because it's prime time, baby. And I went a little bit over today. I'm 30 minutes on Primetime Rise and Grinds. I don't sit there and give you the whole hour, although I can. But I want to hit it, get it, and gone. I got things to do, just like you. It's morning time, baby. We need to be up in the streets getting it. Got some deals to close, some contracts to lock in. Shit. Got a lot of stuff to do today, people. I can't be here fucking around with y'all all day. I love you. I do. I promise you. I do. But I can't be here sitting here yapping and motherfucking tap dancing with you all day. No. So an inspirational thought for today, people. Don't just build an audience. Build something your audience can depend on, right? Anybody can have a viral moment. Anyone. You hear me? Anyone can have a viral moment. I don't give a damn if you have one follower or if you have 1 million+ followers. Anyone can have a viral moment. Time, place, perfect storm, things fall into play. What the masses like, it's not about what you like. I'm telling you, if they paying attention to it, they lock in and it goes. The algorithm pushes it and it gets into the right place and space and it takes off. And really is a viral moment. What accounts for virality? If you have one follower and you have over 100 views on that's viral for you. Your shit went viral. You might not look at it that way because we're thinking, oh man, you got to have hundreds of millions of streams. No. You've taken what you've done outside of your normal bandwidth and space. And someone outside of the norm has seen what it is that you're doing on a large scale. So don't get caught up in virality. Get caught up in consistency. The real challenge is showing up the very next day, and the next day, and the next week. Consistency turns content into programming. Consistency turns viewers into audience. Consistency turns an idea into a media brand. Yeah, I got it on my mind. I really do. I got a lot of shit on my mind every day. Everybody's a media company now. Or are they? That's what's on my mind this morning. We have reached a point where everybody can distribute information. Your phone is a camera. Your laptop is an editing suite. Social media is a distribution system. And it is. YouTube can become your television outlet. And it does. Podcasting can become your radio outlet. You're right. But access to the equipment doesn't automatically create professionalism. No, it does not. Because you have all of these components at your fingertips. But I tell you, once again, when it comes to ownership, you don't own YouTube, you don't own Facebook, you don't own IG. So if you don't have your own platform, your own staging grounds, your own landing pages, and your own distribution network, then you fall subject to just being what it is, an individual with a phone, a computer, and an opportunity to just press a button in hopes that it gets out to the people or to the masses. So let's talk about what actually defines broadcast media. Programming. A broadcaster needs something to broadcast. Not one video, not one show. Programming. That includes morning shows, news, interviews, podcasts, entertainment, sports, documentaries, music programming, talk shows, community programming, educational content, and special events. A network becomes stronger when the audience knows what they can expect and when they can expect it. Number 2, a program schedule. This separates random content from organized broadcasting. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, morning, afternoon, primetime, late night, special programming, replays or reboots. We have it all. Key question: if somebody discovers your network today, can they determine what's coming on tomorrow? If not, you may have content, but you don't yet have a complete programming operation. That's so true. Number 3, production. Broadcast media requires production standards. Yeah. Production elements: cameras, lighting, audio, graphics, lower thirds, show openings, commercial breaks, transitions, playbacks. Come on. Encoding, control room, recording, archiving. The audience doesn't care how difficult production was. They only know whether the final product looked and sounded professional. Number 4, distribution. Can you create the greatest show in the world, but how does anyone receive it? That's distribution. Traditional, AM, FM radio, broadcast television, cable, satellite. Modern distribution, websites, your landing pages. Make sure you tap in with jimsitpublishing.com. Mobile apps, Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Smart TVs, Fast Channels, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, podcast, Kick, social media, internet radio. The future isn't necessarily television versus internet. It's television plus internet plus mobile plus audio plus connected devices. And number 5, without an audience, broadcasting becomes expensive content storage. That's all. Without an audience, your broadcasting becomes expensive content storage. You have to understand, who are we talking to? Why should they care? And why should they return? Why should they come back? What are they coming back for? Demographics, interests, geographic reach, viewing habits, listening habits, engagement, retention, repeat viewers, subscriber growth, community involvement. Your audience should influence programming decisions. Yeah, definitely. And, I can go on and on and on and present this stuff to you the way that we normally go about this. But I want you to understand that there's a whole hell of a lot more to it than just pushing the button. Especially when you have individuals that are tied into your network. Yeah. So my question to you, the question of the day is, what makes something a real broadcast network? Is it the equipment, the amount of followers, a television app, a studio, a programming schedule, original shows, professional production, advertising? Because all of this ties in now. Reach, credibility, or does it require all of these pieces working together? Drop your answer in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Let's pick this back up. I will see you later on today at 5 o'clock on Industry Talk. Here's your closing takeaways, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what I want everyone to leave with this morning. Broadcast media isn't defined by having the most expensive camera. No, because people make it with this right here. This little, the iPhone, Android, make millions with that. And it isn't defined by calling yourself a network. No, you can't just up and say, hey, I'm a broadcast network. It's defined by what you consistently deliver. Programming, production, distribution, audience, credibility, and consistency. Put those pieces together and you're no longer simply producing content. You're building a media infrastructure. So, in the mornings we close out with that scripture. And we're talking about Habakkuk. Chapter 2, verse 2, King James Version of the Bible. Write the vision. Y'all know this. And make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Know the vision, build the structure, communicate it clearly, then execute. Have an incredible morning, people. Be great today. This is Primetime. Rise and grind. And make sure, everyone, I want to make sure that you do this. I want you to lock us in. I need you to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. And as always, y'all know with me, beautiful people, it's about health, wealth, wellness. Stay dangerous. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us, because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime.